Hurts today has gone past the 2,000-yard mark passing and 500 rushing on the season. 3rd and 3.
No Dallas Goedert, which was one of his favorites. Again, they are heavy rushing tendency on 3rd down when they come 3rd down and short.
Plus the extra blocker. Herbert throws. The slant is caught down to the 2-yard line. Mike Williams with the grab. The short.
Hurts throwing over the middle. That's complete inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line is Quez Watkins.
Inside from the safety, Bynum, who put a good lick on him and took the brunt of that collision also. But they just kept him out of the end zone, most importantly.
First down after the play timeout. Minnesota, their 3rd and final timeout.
Vikings used their final timeout of this first half. Kurt Menefee, what do you have coming up for us?
Coming up on the Verizon Halftime, we'll take you through all the day's action, including Russell and Rodgers going head-to-head in Green Bay. What's happening back there?
Don't worry, Kurt. I'll have it.
Who's playing off and outside leverage to be able to chase Watkins across the formation.
Pass out to the outside is complete, and down at the 5-yard line is the tight end Jack Stoll, the rookie out of Nebraska.
But now Terry Bradshaw running them in studio. 1st down and goal. Diving over the pile into the end zone. Larry Roundtree going high and skying for 6.
Whoa. Look at the dance move.
That's your first rushing touchdown. You got to be ready for it.
He's got the cleats, he's got the moves, and a salute to LaDainian Tomlinson, number 21. The Hall of Famer.
Little option, the pitch to Gainwell, and Gainwell shakes a tackler and gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and goal. Again from the 5. Fence. The pass to the end zone, touchdown! Devontae Smith once again on the receiving end.
Well, it appears that the Eagles just caught Denver in the perfect defense, and that's Fuller. He's playing outside. And Vic Fangio brings 0 pressure. We've heard about 0 pressure. That means there's no help. And when you come with that, you have got to protect the inside. It's almost impossible against that look to cover a crossing route, and Hurts reads it perfectly and delivers a strike.
Jake Elliott's extra point attempt is good. 3:07 to play.
22 seconds remaining.
We come back here to Glendale, where
before the pass, holding defense, number 20. That penalty's declined. The play results in a 1st down.
Okay, Adrian Hill with the announcement there. A couple plays here before the half.
Marco Wilson. Verizon Halftime coming up with Kurt, Terry, and Michael. Justin Herbert and the Chargers taking on the Vikings. Russell and Aaron. Packers and Seahawks going at it in Green Bay. Devontae Smith continues to shine. That penalty like a free timeout for Carolina. Stop the clock with 22 seconds remaining. Panthers out of timeouts. And now Walker on 1st down to McCaffrey. Out of bounds, and for Christian McCaffrey, that is his 16th touch here in the first half. 90 yards on the ground and 6 receptions as well.
They've done a great job mixing up Christian McCaffrey, not just in the run-pass combination. It's really where he's catching the football. He's catching it outside, not getting hit a lot, because he takes that punishment when he's up the middle, up the gut, running the football. So I like that they're really, really mindful about where they want to target Christian McCaffrey, not just in the running game, but both in the passing game as well.
Panthers already in field goal range. Here's McCaffrey. Clock will run. No timeouts. Down to 10 seconds. And now Walker will spike it. Here comes the field goal unit with 4 seconds remaining. And as you mentioned, Carolina deferred after winning the coin toss, so they will get the ball first in the 3rd quarter.
they get this field goal, make it a 23-0 game, and then figure out a way to score in the second half.
Little game rewind here. J.J. Watt injured. Some people think he's done for the year. We will see. But if you see what shirt he's wearing, he's got Pat Tillman's number on. Of course, Pat Tillman, the former safety for the Arizona Cardinals, went over and unfortunately lost his life in service to our country. Chandler Jones wearing salute to service cleats, honoring Pat Tillman as well, one of the great men who played in the NFL.
Gonzalez is 2 for 2.
I'll never count out a Cliff Kingsbury offense.
From 49, the kick is straight through. What a first half for the Carolina Panthers. They lead the Arizona Cardinals 23-0. First half stats brought to you by
change a play call, or you base something on it, and right now it doesn't have any effect.
Seattle with only 56 yards of offense in this game. Green Bay, 2 minutes to go and a half.
To work with for Kirk Cousins and the Vikings.
2-minute drill for Kirk Cousins.
Cook on first down. Oh, what a job done to shed the block. Uchenna Nwosu. Easy for me to say. Nwosu breaks that block and gets the drop, and now the Chargers take timeout.
Right in from this side and just doesn't let it declare. And Dalvin Cook had to slam on the brakes there in the backfield. Not ideal from the running game perspective. Like I said, you want Dalvin Cook going downhill one cut. You don't want him running side to side like that. That's not his game.
Yeah, Nwosu there with the tackle. Chargers use the timeout. So clearly Los Angeles thinking one more shot.
Like every high-end receiver that comes out seems to come from Alabama. I don't know how they don't win the national championship every year, to be quite honest with you, with just the sheer talent that they have.
And it was
Ball start. Offense, number 10. 5-yard penalty. It's second down.
That's Jerry Jeudy.
No, they must have had something deep called.
Coming up, the Verizon halftime report. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, and Coach Bill.
Place in this game, wreaking havoc in the backfield, pressuring Cousins, causing fits. See him off the edge on the little ETTE game, just getting Kirk Cousins to flush out of the pocket and wisely throw it away. But he's huffing and puffing because he's been running all over the place.
6 defensive backs for the Chargers, who were able to save a timeout with that incompletion. Cousins, pocket collapsing again, hit as he throws, incomplete. 1:11 remaining in the first half. Chargers are going to get it back with 2 timeouts after the pressure from Justin Jones.
And you'd prefer him to just...
Four-man rush. Bridgewater under pressure, can't get away and goes down at the 10. Big number 96, Derek Barnett.
Well, really nice inside, first of all, and then Barnett is going to come in and clean it up. But that's what the Eagles have to get up front. They have got to get pressure in the obvious passing situations. Really well done.
2-minute warning here in Denver.
And that sack of Teddy Bridgewater, the first of the day for Philadelphia. Here is a bizarre stat about the Eagles. The Eagles now have 17 sacks on the road. They only have 1 sack at home. Philadelphia's pass rush getting home there on Teddy Bridgewater in the road game.
Sinking Minnesota in overtime. 7 games decided by 8 points or fewer. Chargers have 6 games that have gotten close. This one getting close at the end of the first half. Herbert flushed, and he'll throw this one away.
Wisely gets rid of that football, but I mean, you saw just with this punt return, they got half
today. Feels like we haven't seen him in ages. 3rd and 2. Packers not able to get anything out of the run by Dillon. That's the second time Dillon in this game has been stopped on 3rd and short.
Well, Woods, 99, does a great job pushing back.
Interceptions quick enough, and Justin Herbert is just unfazed. When the moment gets more and more tensed, his blood pressure and heart rate just goes nice and low, nice and easy, nice and steady.
2nd and 10, 4-man rush for the Vikings. Herbert throws it short to Allen. Good tackle. Kinsey Alexander after the 4-yard gain. They still have 2 timeouts.
Double box with the Chargers and Packers drives, respectively.
3rd down and 6. Herbert. And Jared Cook had it in and out of his hands. Xavier Woods able to jar it loose, and it's 4th down.
It's just slightly behind him. Kirk has him by a step. You see how he has to turn back for that football, and that's the difference. Those, 6 to 10 inches right in there makes such a difference. Just the ball length, the ball width on accuracy. And that's the difference between accuracy and ball placement that you really preach to your quarterback.
Punted away. Inability to move the football, and the Chargers unable to capitalize on that terrific field position. Ty Long moved this one in the direction of D.D. Westbrook.
He really did have an opportunity to slip right there.
Not a missed field goal, but they've been moving the ball.
Here they go in 4th and 2. No, it's broken up as Lazard got hammered by Trey Brown. What a stick by Brown to get the football back to Seattle. That's a huge hit that takes away what could have been a scoring drive for the Packers right before the half.
You were right. 4th-round pick. This is a microcosm of their defense. He plays back, even though it's a shorter distance, and they rally and tackle moving downhill. That's why they can fly to the ball and hit you. That's why they get into those situations, and they get off the field, Jim. Dangerous team if this offense gets going and Russell gets fully healthy.
And don't forget, Seattle.
Cousins of the Vikings. With Madison to the right, or rather Cook to the right of Kirk Cousins. He gets the carry, and Dalvin Cook to the 16-yard line.
Empty, have 4 rushers, right? There's 6 lanes that he can run in, and you have a couple of really great receivers on the outside you could throw to.
There's the first catch by a wideout. It's Metcalf looking for the sideline after picking up only 2.
Well, when I talk about watch these lanes.
2nd and 9. Rushing after him. He slides away, tucks it under, gets hit and pushed out. Henry Black was the last to hit him, knock him out with 50 seconds to go.
And this is where I talk about, right? They have 4 rushers, 1 lane, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different gaps, and they only have 4 guys. So when you rush Russell Wilson, he finds one of those gaps a lot, but he does it better than anyone when you spread him out. If you get a lot of guys in there on offense, those gaps get much tougher to find. And now he could see those easy and use his legs, and I think you'll see them go to that quite a bit here down the stretch.
They've got a 3rd down here, Tony. 3rd and 5.
That's what you do to not let them. You put 2 guys in there up front.
Couple drop back, jump pass caught for the 1st down by Everett at the 49. Seattle with 1 timeout.
That was a big-time throw under pressure.
Pick up with 9. Just their 2nd first down of the quarter. 8 for the Packers. Everett.
That's a poor decision. He should have ran out of bounds there. You got to take a timeout for Seattle here.
And there it is. They call the timeout. Tony had every chance in the world.
A really nice job by Caden Stearns outside, and he plays a lot in their dime package here in the 2-minute drill, and has made a lot of big impact plays this year for a rookie.
Hurts. Lots of time. Plenty of time. Now on the move and throws this side. That is complete and out of bounds short of the 30-yard line is Gainwell. Kenny Young with the hit, and a flag is down.
Right on the edge, but By the letter of the law.
There is no foul on the play. It's a first down.
Interesting to see. You could throw this ball inbounds, Jim, and still clock it. You can't run around and then throw it inbounds, but you can get something off in a normal mode. And, you know, they probably got to get close to the 33 or 4, right? 36 is going to be really close. I know you normally can, but it's cold.
Here's Wilson going sideline. Oh, and that pass is ruled a catch by Metcalf. That got him in field goal range.
No way. Now it's really close. So you're going to have to go out of bounds here or throw it right away inbounds. And you have to throw a quick slant and then run to the ball, and you go down. You don't try and run for the end zone and get tackled. He's got to throw it right now or out of bounds.
Going for the big ball. Going deep. And no flag.
It's a great decision by Russell Wilson. You know right there, you're in a position where you could kick a field goal. They're not playing touchdown defense, right? They're not playing their Hail Mary defense. So you got a chance to go one-on-one. The clock.
We just had a pass that goes out of bounds. Jalen Hurts completed it, and it's going to be a first down at about the 50-yard line. So 50 seconds remaining on the right side of your screen. On the left side of your screen, 8 seconds remaining in the first half.
Frustrated last week because he had a couple missed opportunities of some open wide receivers, but he really hasn't missed here against the Broncos in the first half.
On first down, that pass is complete. Inside the 40, inside the 35 goes Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith is having the best first half of his young NFL career. While that was going on, we had a penalty flag thrown against Seattle, defensive holding on an incomplete pass. First down automatically for the Seahawks. But 4 seconds remain there in the half now.
Hurts going to go deep down the far sideline, and it's incomplete. Hurts so far today.
Let's get bull rushed.
One.
I don't think he held him. I think he just got dominated.
One chance.
How can you hold going down? That's a bad call.
For a Hail Mary. Of course, this series, everybody remembers the Fail Mary in Seattle. Aaron Rodgers mentioned it to us yesterday when we were trying to say it's been tough for the visiting team to win. Well, there's an asterisk there, he pointed out. Don't forget about what happened in Seattle with the backup
of receivers, but he's made a really big effort to throw the ball first and hasn't really needed to scramble outside of that big one earlier.
2nd and 10, 19 seconds on the clock, and the clock is moving. That pass is incomplete. Jack Stoll, the intended receiver. Remember, Dallas Goedert, their fine tight end, not available for the rest of this game with a head injury.
Well, it's a big down here, and for one of the rare times this year, or in this game, it's 3rd and long. And Vic Fangio's profile on 3rd down is to be heavy man-to-man, and he's been a heavy blitz coordinator on 3rd and long. Let's see if he does the same thing, or if they kind of sit back and try and force Hurts to dump it off down low.
Well, first,
out.
This is a spy on Russell, or he takes the back, but you can't let Russell roll out and to the right. He's got to keep him contained. Don't let him get out over there.
Can run into it so he can get it all the way there, and it's incomplete.
It's amazing when Russell Wilson's back there, you can't even get close to him for a Hail Mary because you're so scared of him moving completely outside. And what a defensive first half.
Yeah, got the lowest scoring first half in the NFL this year.
And the highest communicative level of speech by analyst play-by-play of the year as well.
That's all that remains here in the first half. Eagles with a 7-point lead. The line of scrimmage is the Denver 34. And it's 3rd and 10.
Does not appear to be a pressure look, but could just be a good disguise.
They're going to go deep again, down the far sideline, end zone, and through the hands of Quez Watkins. That pass was on the money. On the money.
Oh, it sure was. That's Darby outside. Look how fast Watkins just runs right by him, and oh, that could have been That could have been the big one. Everything about that route was perfect except the finish by Watkins.
More 50-yard field goals made in this stadium than anywhere else. This is a 52-yard attempt by Jake Elliott. On its way. And add that one to the list. With 5 seconds to play in the first half, Elliott converts from 52 yards out. And the Eagles' lead is 10 at 20-10.
All right, I just imagine just the opportunity. If you hit that and you're able to go up 27-10 right before halftime, could you imagine? And it was all right there.
All right, we're going to...
It was there.
And really, when you watch him all season, he has had a flair for the extraordinary catch. I mean, his degree of difficulty this season has been there, and it's just, you know, one of those plays, and he knows it, but I'm sure he's going to recover. But they've got to be really happy with the way he has played opposite Devontae Smith. Got a lot of speed at wide receiver.
Second season out of Southern Miss. And here is another kickoff that will result in a touchback. Hey, a reminder, Saturday, 3:30.
That's in there. It's been extremely effective for the Panthers.
3rd down and 5. Walker's pass is caught. There is a flag close to a first down. DJ Moore.
Looks like they're signaling offensive pass interference. DJ Moore may have pushed off
on Robert Alford
to get that separation. One-on-one against Robert Alford. As soon as you get there, 6. Yep.
Offense. Number 2. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
Well, that was OPI, offensive pass interference. Now, have we seen worse? Yeah, but this game, the referees, the officials have called it a little tight. We saw a holding penalty that really wasn't. So.
Now, Adrian Hill announced that they would decline the penalty.
I think they went over and like, Cliff, you sure you want to do that?
Arizona has elected to enforce the penalty.
There we
10
go.
yards from the previous spot. Replay, 3rd down.
Moore was close to a first down.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like when you're playing blackjack, the dealer looks at you and say, hit me, and the dealer looks like, you sure you want to take that hit?
So now the Panthers will be forced back to the 18-yard line. 3rd down and 15.
Plays right into this Cardinals defense. 3rd down, they bring in their jet package. You're going to have Marcus Golden at the top of the screen. Chandler Jones at the bottom.
Walker dumps it off on 3rd down. It's McCaffrey. And a flag is thrown at the end of the play.
They're going to decline.
Yes, they will.
Thank you.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Number 73. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
So now, for the first time today, the Carolina Panthers send out the punting unit.
They had the self-inflicted penalties. Not the way they wanted to start the second half. This bodes well for Arizona. They can start to get a feel, take a little bit of that momentum back.
Lachlan Edwards punting from his 10. Former Panther Greg Dortch from the 35. He spins. Stays on his feet. Looks to head back the other way. And is touched down by Zylstra. Another flag.
And sloppy start to the second half.
During the kick, holding against the return team, number 33. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down. Timeout.
All right, let's check out the best rookie performance presented by Verizon. We're going to go with the running back out of Oklahoma, the 4th-round draft pick of the New England Patriots. This guy had some training camp buzz. A lot of you jumped on him on fantasy, and then he didn't really do much in the first month of the season. But today he had a game. Ramondre Stevenson. How about 20 carries, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's his first career 100-yard game. Also added 4 catches for 14 yards as the Patriots' offensive line and Stevenson were clicking against statistically what has been a good Cleveland Browns defense. No contest today at Foxborough. And, oh, there was a little could have been taunting flag on Ramondre telling the defenders, I just scored my 2nd touchdown. You did indeed, Ramondre. And you have the best rookie performance presented by Verizon. By the way, we say best rookie performance from the early window games. We realize what Devontae Smith is doing in the Eagles game in that first half of that contest, but we'll go with Stevenson here, who on the season had 136 yards coming into today, actually 236 yards, and then the 100-yard performance today. All right, another game coming back into the 3rd quarter. The Chargers. Now, how about AFC West here being in play? Chargers start the second half trailing. Chargers are 5-3. The Chiefs are 5-4, and they play the Raiders who are 5-3. Tonight on Sunday Night Football. And then the Broncos, of course, are in action also in the early window. Everybody has 5 wins in the AFC West. Chargers start the day in first place, but if they drop this game, it's in play for any of the other 3 teams to take over first place by the end of the night.
Let's go. From the 25 as we go with Herbert to the air to the sideline. A first down to Keenan Allen. And Allen fights his way to the 47 before Bashaud Breeland can yank him down.
Justin Herbert obviously heard that message at halftime. Said, let's take it over, coach. Let me sling it. Oh, he spun him like a top at the apex of the route there. Had Bashaud Breeland going all different ways except where the route was going to end up. The master technician. Maybe getting a little fire, maybe getting ignited a little bit when you got that souvenir from Justin Jefferson on the sideline.
22-yard pickup on the first play. Now play action. Herbert will throw it short. He's got his tight end Donald Parham, and Parham with another first down for the Chargers. Knocked out.
Double box in the games that have gone into the 3rd quarter. 23-0 the Carolina Panthers. You know, Carolina at 4-5, getting Cam Newton back, and Cam showing a couple of flashes in the first half there. You never know. Also considering that the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons all lost in the early window, so the NFC South is over today. But Carolina putting on a good performance. Uh-oh, CMC, where's he going? CMC into the blue medical tent. That could be a concern.
Touchdown dance coming back here to the stadium. No touchdown here as Blake Lynch knocks him out of bounds at the 34.
Chargers going with a little tempo.
They did substitute, so officials hold up to see if the Vikings want to change personnel. They do not. On the boot, Herbert short. Mike Williams, first down. A little stutter step, and then out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Colt McCoy needing to get the offense clicking. He'll go to the air to try and drops one in there in between defenders. Zach Ertz on the gain. Cardinals still looking for their first points, 19 yards on that pickup. The Arizona Cardinals offense, well, when we go to that offense, I'm going to tell you a little something about them.
From the 22-yard line, Roundtree shifting to the right of Herbert on first down. It'll be Roundtree with the carry. A little stiff arm trying to shed Kendricks. Kendricks says, no, you're not stiff arming me. You're down in the...
On the next play for Arizona, little screen pass to James Conner. James Conner's quietly been one of the top touchdown scorers in the NFL. That one goes for 21 yards, and he's got 42 yards from scrimmage on the drive.
I love this guy in Minnesota. He's the heartbeat of this defense.
Feeling good. He's back in L.A., played at UCLA.
That's right.
Comfortable on the West Coast. 17. Herbert batted down at the line. That ball swatted by Dalvin Tomlinson.
On the toss, it's Benjamin. Good second effort down the sideline, although it is ruled he stepped out of bounds. So the extra yardage he picked up will be erased. Ball will be spotted at the 29.
You were never that happy about it when you were the one throwing the pass.
That's the worst. Just a boomerang right in your face.
First third down of the drive. Guyton in motion. Herbert with time. Throws to the sideline. Diving catch made at the 7 by Jared Cook. First and goal, Los Angeles.
Winding down. 3rd and 6. McCoy fires downfield, and that one is too far for Ertz with Boye defending.
Look at these two defenses.
DBs. What the heck, man? Xavier Woods looking at the ref like, whoa, what are we doing here?
Motion across from Keenan Allen. Here's Eckler, the cutback. And Eckler down inside the 5 near the 3. 2nd and goal for the Chargers.
That you need to apply to this Panthers defense.
Here's Matt Prater, 47-yard attempt from the right hash. Lee places it down. Prater from 47. And the Cardinals are on the board for the first time today.
Basic, drop back passes. He's just been deadly this drive.
2nd and goal. Herbert on the keep. The roll. The catch is not made. Parham had it in his hands. When he hit the turf, he couldn't secure it with Bynum in the area.
Bynum, it's a good job to close this gap. They tried to pick him a little bit. It looked like with Guyton, we call that a rub on offense, of course, not a pick.
Of course.
Obviously an offensive home.
Going quick on 3rd down. Herbert over the middle. Oh, he throws it right into the hands of Austin Eckler. The tightest of windows found by Justin Herbert. And the Chargers take the lead. A little guitar for Austin Eckler.
They're just running a little quick game scheme here, but we saw Kirk Cousins do this. And when you throw these balls, this football on the front end line, this ball has to be down and dirty, no higher than that, so the receiver can just catch it and avoid getting sandwiched right there and back into the end zone. We saw Kirk Cousins do it to Conklin, and we're seeing a second-year quarterback do the exact same thing, understanding where these routes are, knowing where you are on the field and where you need to place the ball.
Hopkins' extra point is good, and the Chargers with a 4-point lead. Eric, Austin Eckler hitting all the right notes today on that opening drive in the 3rd.
That is an air guitar, technically. How about time for a refresh presented by Subway? Yeah, the Washington football team flipping things up in the NFC a little bit with their upset win over Tampa Bay today. They were leading 23-19 when Antonio Gibson goes off the left side. How about that? Getting the edge easily, punching in what would be the game-clinching touchdown. Washington beats Tampa Bay. The Bucs came in at 6-2, coming in off of their bye. Now the Bucs have lost 2 in a row. Remember back before the bye, they lost to the New Orleans Saints. So the current playoff picture looks like this. Arizona, who's in trouble at home against Carolina at 8-1. The Dallas Cowboys got a victory to get them to 7-2. They're still in first in the NFC East. Green Bay is 7-2, currently playing right now in that low-scoring game at the half against Seattle. Buccaneers lose. Wild card teams currently the Rams, who play tomorrow night at San Francisco. They take on the 49ers. Then you've got the Saints and Panthers, 2 more NFC South teams in playoff position. And we are back into 3rd quarter action here at Lambeau Field.
We're talking about it for Russell Wilson, but Joe Barry's done an incredible job, and this team is winning some of these games with their defense. When we talk about it, look at some of these numbers, right? Rushing 16th. You talk about passing, you talk about red zone, stuff that we talk about on the other side that matters. This defense, Jim, is awesome against the pass, total yards, scoring 6th. The one thing you do have to get better at, they're actually red zone defense. It's not as good, and I think that's where Seattle keeps them in games, and this team can get hurt by it.
Collins running on 2nd and 10 for only a yard, but you're talking about Green Bay's red zone defense. That hasn't even been an issue today because Seattle's never gotten any deeper than the Green Bay 35.
It's true, and you know the big thing is these are two completely different plans of defense. One, Green Bay's actually comes, Joe Barry has morphed himself, right? He comes, father-in-law Rod Marinelli, I mean, he's got so much knowledge in there. And what he's done is he brought a new system here that allows their guys to have a little more shell coverage. The safeties are deeper, they're not around it as much. They come in later, and then you make them throw to the middle of the field.
3rd and 9. All kinds of time. And there's a man down there with a step. And it's broken up at the last moment. What a recovery, as Swain looked like he might have a little separation, but Darnell Savage closed.
No penalty flag on the play. Okay, Christian McCaffrey went into the blue medical tent, getting worked at the right leg, maybe the hamstring. See the athletic trainers trying to keep him loose there, but McCaffrey, obviously a workhorse back in the running game and the passing game. Not sure if that was the play on which it happened, but you know, kind of stretching it out in between plays, something to definitely monitor, as McCaffrey so far in the game today has over 100 scrimmage yards for the 2nd straight week since he's been back.
4th down and 1, it's Walker. It will depend on the spot.
P.J. Walker smartly steps to the side. It looks like he got it. I think the ball just had to cross that 35-yard line. Looks like the officials already signaling 1st down.
Panthers awarded the 1st down. Cam Newton on the field for his.
Let's go triple box here. Cam Newton back in the huddle for the Carolina Panthers. Upper right-hand corner, we've been on the Vikings and Chargers. Bottom of your screen, welcome back to the 2nd half. Denver and Philadelphia. Eagles with a 10-point lead on the road as we begin the 3rd quarter at Mile High.
Maturation for him to get back into the offense.
Newton's pass completed. Zylstra gains 8 out to the 43-yard line.
3rd and long situations at the end of the quarter.
On 1st down, Javonte Williams in the backfield, and play fake to him. Bridgewater with time, throwing over the middle, and he's got his man inside the 40, inside the 35 is Cortland Sutton. That's a 1st down, good for 21 yards.
It'd be nice to get Cortland Sutton going. He was pretty quiet last week, only 2 targets, and that one right there started up front with protection.
3rd down and 7. Cousins, pressure coming. On the run, Kirk Cousins hit as he throws, the pass incomplete.
Javonte Williams, this side of the field, can't escape the tackle made by Anthony Harris.
Well, look at this block. He's got the angle on the linebacker Edwards, and then once Barnett comes underneath, there's nobody home. And we started off the broadcast by saying that when Williams is in the game, you have got to be perfect on the edge. If you make one mistake, he is around the corner and out the gate.
2nd and 6. Williams again. Williams this time breaking free. 20, 15 to the 10-yard line. That's a 20-yard run.
I think he showed that in one-on-one situations, this time with Slay. I mean, that's his highlight tape all season long. His ability to break tackles, well documented.
Double box in the Arizona-Carolina game. Panthers are on the move again at the 20-yard line. And Denver now 1st and goal from the 10.
Denver running backs break tackles, period. 1st and goal from the 10. Bridgewater throwing and Incomplete. That one came in a hurry to Javonte Williams.
Oh, that was.
Here's McCaffrey. Wrapped up by Zach Allen. Under 7 minutes remaining, third quarter. Panthers.
That was maybe a better pass. Edwards might have had a chance to pick it off.
As it is 2nd and goal.
You know, I would have thought that coming into this game that Noah Fant should have a pretty good game because the Eagles have really struggled against tight ends this season.
Here's Williams. And Williams is wrapped up almost immediately by Fletcher Cox.
Poe has slowed down tremendously for the Panthers offense as well.
Second down and 10. Walker to McCaffrey inside the 10. And he stepped out of bounds inside the 6-yard line. His 10th reception today.
I just don't know how you leave this guy open in space. Nobody around him. Zaven Collins is the only one after about a 10-yard gain that gets anywhere near him. I can't imagine that Vance Joseph, and he steps out right.
Bridgewater over the middle. That's complete. Inside the 5 goes Williams, and it'll be 4th and goal from just inside the 5-yard line.
For almost a touchdown. It's crazy.
First and goal from the 5. It is Hubbard who takes it in for a Carolina touchdown.
Kenny, you could have. Walker, nobody keeps containing. I mean, that's football 101.
Here's the kick. There's the block. Kayvon Wallace. And it keeps the Broncos off the board here.
It's a great time defense on key situations.
And they've got a key one here. Otherwise, going to be a short field likely coming up for Seattle. 3rd and 14. Oh, look at that. It looked like he was going to throw it all the way to midfield at the last moment. He changed his mind and lofted it over to Jones, who caught it while he's...
Walker throws, end zone, he's got it. Terrace Marshall makes the catch for the 2-point conversion. Chuba Hubbard into the end zone. Panthers lead by 28 here in Arizona.
You were right. He lined up to launch it.
It's amazing how he did that. The Horkaz boots it to about the 37. Fair caught by Swain.
Starting at the
Let's pick up the Vikings trailing for the first time in the game. That's right. Yeah, Minnesota opened up the scoring, so watch in as they're on defense now.
Eckler gets the carry, big hole up the middle, and Eckler stumbles forward close to the first down at the 16-yard line. Dean Blandino, we're trying to figure out what happened here. Why was this fake punt stopped by the officials on the field?
Yeah, we were looking at it during the break. It appears that referee Clay Martin felt his umpire wasn't in position to officiate the play. And again, all officials have to be in position. It looked like the umpire was deep enough, but again, they shut it down and didn't allow the play to go. It would have been interesting if they let that go because it's a 4th down and they went for a fake, obviously.
There was some traffic on that outside, but we saw Wongwu get a first down on a fake punt last week. Dean Blandino in our studios here in Los Angeles. Thank you, Dean. We appreciate it. I know there were Vikings fans who were wondering what had happened on that play. Why stop it? As the play is snapped, you saw the referee Clay Martin signal ready for play, but we move on, and it's first down and 10 for the Chargers at the 17-yard line.
Got to hit that back pedal a little faster, man. Got to get in there with the DBs pregame and loosen up.
Joshua Kelly, the former UCLA Bruin, on the field now for the Chargers on first down and 10. gets the carry. Fresh legs for Kelly as he pushes upwards near the 24-yard line.
This has to be one of those long, multiple third down conversion, potential fourth down conversion type drives that just sucks the air out of the building and milks this clock that the Chargers are used to in the second half behind their stoic leader, Justin Herbert.
Second down and 3. Herbert down the sidelines. Nothing doing for Eckler. Excellent coverage by Nick Vigil, running stride for stride with a running back out of the backfield.
Vigil was all over him. And Herbert does this, he's right. He's trying to give his receiving running back, who's one of the best in the league, and catching balls out of the backfield, a chance. But it's funny, when he runs those wheel routes, those rail routes up the sidelines, you really got to assess his release, because eventually that defender has the inside track, like track and field, and gets to catch up.
Herbert under pressure. He's in trouble. Down he goes. It's Cam Bynum, the rookie from Cal, with his first career sack.
And you see Kelly in the backfield is thinking about blocking Vigil, and here comes Cam Bynum and just fools the halfback. The halfback's got to make that block. 27, Kelly is responsible.
You see on that last
after the
play,
sack, that'll be a 4th and 13, and they'll have to punt there for Los Angeles. 3rd and 9 as one of the loudest crowds in football gets into it.
What he's done, or will they drop back and try and get Hurts to dump it off?
Hurts has been great on 3rd down. With time, throwing, and that is almost intercepted. It falls incomplete. Pat Surtain comes down, feels he should have held on, intended for Devontae Smith.
Oh, it doesn't get any better. This time it's zone. Surtain is supposed to play deep to short, and he just reads the eyes of Hurts. Hurts is going to try and fit that in right between Justin Simmons.
That'll be the punt team for Philadelphia on 4th and 9. Here was 2nd and 3 for Russell Wilson. Fake the handoff. Time to throw. DK is there. Metcalf on an 18-yard grab. Russell is 11 of 18, just 96 yards passing in a really surprising low-scoring game. The talking points, unless they pick up the offense and both sides of this one, will be the rust of the two quarterbacks who have missed time. We'll go live here to Lambeau Field.
Little tape around the finger. Are you surprised the kind of velocity he's able to get on the football with the pin just being removed just a week ago?
You see it right there. That plays a role, because that's all over the ball for a long time. And if that's slippery at all, like a grip, it's just hard to...
There's Collins, and that's the first time the Seahawks have been inside the Green Bay 30. Update time. JB and the coach, take it away.
The inspired Panthers.
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard's going to take this from 5 yards run, and he's going to score a two-point conversion. Good. How about this? Carolina 31, Arizona 3. By the way, Cam Newton has 1 passing touchdown and 1 rushing touchdown.
Jim Nance.
Thank you, guys, as the Panthers trying to get back to 5-5 on the season with a win over Arizona, which was handed its first loss a couple weeks ago by Green Bay. And here's Russell and company hurrying up.
Was that a 3rd down, Jim? That was 3rd and 2, wasn't it?
It was 3rd and 2.
Uh-oh, that's what they were saying. They need that 1 or 2 extra 3rd downs to go from 30% to 45-50, which will be right up there with anyone in the league.
And here's Collins running again, with Chris Carson not quite ready to be back. They thought there was an outside chance early in the week that Carson, who is such a tough guy to bring down, he last played on October the 3rd, did Carson. Neck injury. Hope to have him back maybe as soon as next week now.
Look at that defensive stat. That's where Green Bay, when you watch, they've really started to come on. And that could carry you when the weather gets dicey.
2nd and 3, lofting it toward the end zone. And tight coverage on Hart.
We got an issue here for the Arizona offense. I mean, they've had several issues today, but that one's not going to help. Shaq Thompson just comes right up through the middle there, celebrating a sack. That was against Colt McCoy. Not sure if Colt was shaken up on the play or what, but we have a quarterback switch for the Arizona Cardinals. Colt McCoy is out of the game and on the sidelines, and Chris Streveler is in at quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. Chris Streveler, a guy from South Dakota. He played up in Canada for a while, won a Grey Cup with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, but we'll show you him in just a little bit.
Gets it to Homer for the first down.
It's a great play design.
Travis Homer, the third year back out of Miami, picks up the first, and this is by far their best drive of the day.
Routes.
So here is Chris Streveler, and well, welcome to today's game. Here's a 4th and 12.
For him on a good matchup.
Streveler on 4th down under pressure. Down he goes.
Down throwing it, and incomplete at the goal line, going for Swain.
3rd sack of the day for the Carolina defense. So the Panthers will take over on downs.
Flying in, makes the ball go low and away. It's a great job by Russell getting out there. Just a bit outside. Russell throws this. I'm always checking to see if he feels like, oh man, just coming up. Just a little snow right now coming down, but that can make it tacky actually on the ball. Quarterbacks don't hate that as much as rain.
2nd and 10. Play clock running down. Pressure sliding, and it's dropped. Homer, who made the catch to pick up the first down a short while ago on 3rd down, this time got ahead of himself. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Campbell right here. This is a spy. We talked about those gaps. He's just going to stand there and wait for Russell to go. And when he goes, you go. And that's why Russell had to get rid of that ball. And Campbell has some speed. That's a great guy to put there. I'm really impressed with
Here comes a 3rd and long for Russell Wilson, and on the right side of your screen, it's 3rd and long for Kirk Cousins.
When they signed him in the offseason, it's been
exactly right.
Huge.
Over-delivered, almost you could think.
Yes.
He's been playing at a high level.
Got to get there for Cousins. On 3rd down, pumps, now throws to the edges.
Pressure. Backs up away from it, goes in zone, and it's intercepted in the end zone. Oh, he dropped it.
Oh,
He dropped it at the last moment, Kevin King.
No, it hit him right in the chest. Did he drop it? Why is he dancing around?
Hold on.
He caught it.
Did he catch it?
I don't know. You just said it. I was looking.
Defense, number 25.
That's Metcalf trying to strip it.
Oh, he called incomplete, touchback, interception, not. Oh, we'll find out when we get back.
Face to face, and then attack his outside edge because he knows he has to run an outside route and get to the sideline. See Kirk Cousins in his classic teeth gritting throw there to the sideline. I mean, he did everything you want. Unfortunately, Chris Harris there just got a little too much jersey.
From the 25-yard line on 1st down. Thielen on the edge. First man misses. Thielen with speed, leaping into the air and out of bounds. 1st and goal Vikings at the 6.
This is a run all the way.
And Philadelphia has just done a really good job of being able to get off the field, but that has been a lot of 3rd and long situations.
This is Javonte Williams turning the corner. 10, 5, touchdown, Denver. We have a penalty marker down.
Holding. Offense, number 82. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
The holding call is
the 6-yard line.
Hey, heavy! Hey, go on, 4-4.
Cook in the backfield. Conklin in motion.
Run to the left.
There's that run. Going to the left, as you said. Cook runs into his blocker and is down at the 4. Just a 2-yard pickup.
You gotta be careful running into your blockers. Just hang on to football. That's my only advice for him.
That's good advice. You sound like you speak from experience.
Especially on Thanksgiving, huh?
Second and
hang on to that rock, kid.
Conklin in motion. The hand to Cook. Has some room. Lowers the pads down to the 1.
Minnesota going to be that close to a go-ahead touchdown. We'll get you back there for the next play. Derek Barnett just got hit with a roughing the passer penalty on Teddy Bridgewater, so an automatic first down with 15 yards, or half the distance, I suppose. In this case, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line here for the Broncos.
Big penalties in his career.
The ball just outside the 10-yard line. Bridgewater pulls it down, now throws incomplete. Intended for Sutton.
The interception has been confirmed in Green Bay. The Packers pick off Russell Wilson in the end zone. Green Bay's football on their own 20-yard line.
One of the guys that has been pretty vocal about the defense and how they played this year. He was really a non-factor last week, but he's made a couple really nice rushes in this game to force some bad passes of Bridgewater.
2nd and 10. Javonte Williams ducks it inside to the 5. And we have another penalty marker. 2 penalty markers down.
31 to go in the 3rd.
I mean, they trusted Dalvin Cook. They got some heavy personnel in there, showing all the makings of another run play. But do not forget, they love these crossers inside versus man-to-man coverage down on the goal line with a quick play-action throw.
Stocker in motion. Cook the carry. Tries the left side. Not happening. What a push by the Chargers front.
And look at this.
Right there. And once again, that... I know the Broncos and Williams don't want to hear it, but that was a good call.
So now the Broncos look at 2nd and 20 from just outside the 20-yard line. Bridgewater throwing this side and overthrew.
Man coverage down on the goal line. You got to keep your eye on your luggage, man, just like you're in the airport.
4th and goal. Cousins under pressure, throws for the back of the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown! It hung in the air for what seemed like forever, and Tyler Conklin ran under it for 6.
Look at Conklin the entire way, running across the screen. This is just goal line fake blast all cross. Everybody, wherever you start, run across the field.
Consistently from this Philadelphia defense this year.
Here's Bridgewater on the move, got rid of it. And this is Noah Fant to the 10. And that'll leave them with a 4th and 10, and here comes the field goal unit.
Oh, great. That's one thing that Jonathan Gannon, the defensive coordinator, talked to us about when we brought up the fact that they've been giving up a lot of easy completions to quarterbacks, and that completion percentage has been so high against his defense. And he pointed out correctly that if they just do a better job situationally and get off the field, then those numbers aren't going to look as dramatic and it won't be as big of a deal, and that has been the case today.
So here's McManus from 28 yards, and the kick is good. 4 minutes, 51.
All right, that means 3 of our 4 games are one-possession contests as we head to the 3rd quarter or start the 4th quarter in the Arizona and Carolina Panthers case. So Green Bay has taken the interception from Russell Wilson, moved down the field on this drive. They're right at the edge of the red zone with a 3rd and short.
If he had a fun 3 years.
Oh, my gosh. 3rd and 1. Dillon, who's been stopped a couple of times on short yardage. This time is going to be close.
Just an outstanding first move A 98 come flying in.
Got to get to that
Robinson.
19.
I think he got it. No. I think he got it.
They're moving the chains.
Robinson just quite couldn't wrap it up fully.
This is the part of the field where so many times in recent years, particularly at home, Rodgers and Adams have teamed up. Adams with 11 touchdowns his last 9 home games. He's looking for him. It wasn't there. So he goes the other side to Jones, who drops it with Adams bearing down on him.
This is where
Jones could not haul in that pass, but on this drive, it's been Aaron to Aaron through the air. A little dump-off pass, Rodgers to Jones, catch and run, 23 yards on that pickup. And then 2 plays later, Aaron to Aaron, pretty much the same play, blockers out in front. That one goes for 24 yards. So 23-yard Jones catch and run, 24-yard Jones catch and run. But that drop just a second ago leads to 2nd and 10 live.
Football here is another level. There's Adams. The wiggle trying to get around Diggs, but unable to. So you got 3rd down coming, a 3rd and about 7.
This is where the Packers, you know, it's why Adams is so consistent week in, week out, right? Very few times you see him have like 2 or 3 games where he never catches or gets 1 or 2. It's because they get him the ball.
Yeah.
They figure out how just to throw bubbles to him if they have to.
Plays like that.
Yeah, just keep your best player. The more they can just touch it, it helps your team. And
his last 2 matchups against Seattle have been just monster numbers for Adams.
Heads up now for popping out right here on the defensive line. Got to rush him with 4. And then
3rd and 6. Slipping out of the tackle and launching it end zone, and he's picked up in the end zone by Jamal Adams.
Wow. Rodgers felt the pressure, got out of it, and then he's about to take a hit by legendary Seahawk Bobby Wagner, 54, and the ball kind of just floats a little. And who's there to come down with a contested catch? None other than the playmaker, Jamal Adams, and wow. Give up yards, but stop them from scoring. They're doing it.
So dueling interceptions in the end zone by 2 tremendous quarterbacks. And we play on at 3-0. Bizarre game at Lambeau.
Nice to see. As you take a look at some of the things that some of the quarterbacks did, the Washington football team, such inept leadership for so long. I think the best thing they've done in a long time is hire Ron Rivera as their head coach. Since the days of Joe Gibbs, a couple of years in there of Mike Shanahan, but really hadn't done very much right for a long time.
There's Jordan Howard. He's going off the field. I would think that at this point in the game, you know, Jalen Hurts is really throwing the ball quite well. This is really where you want your run game to really start to take some of that pressure off and get some of those positive yards.
On 2nd and 5, Boston Scott. Scott breaking free. 40. Out of bounds. Just across midfield. Time for an update. James Brown, Coach Bill Cowher in New York.
Coach, you said it's a matter of principle?
Yeah, after being stuffed twice by Dalvin Cook on 4th and 1, Kirk Cousins finds Tyler Conklin in the back of the end zone, and the Minnesota Vikings take the lead back over the LA Chargers, 20-17.
Back to Greg Gumbel.
All right, guys, thank you. Quick look at the NFC North standings. This one's going to get wrapped up before reaching the 50-yard line. Malik Reed, Kenny Young with the stop.
Outside of that 31-yard scramble by Hurts, I've been really impressed by the edge.
That brings up 3rd down. And Nick Vigil is just going to sneak in through this backside B gap. We'd like to see, you know, Slater's going to learn from that, because you'd like to see him stay inside and gap that B gap and leave the end free. And Rashawn Slater, you see Justin Herbert.
That quarterback run from Jalen Hurts.
Here's an interesting moment now for the Denver defense. 2nd and 12. Hurts. Under pressure. Got rid of it. Intercepted. Coming Simmons. Simmons' 4th interception of the season. 3:03 to play. And the momentum shifts back to the Denver Broncos.
That feeling when you're looking for touchdown passes and all you get are passes that are intercepted. 3 straight drives we've shown you, 3 straight quarterbacks turning it over. How about Justin Herbert? Drops back, throws left side. Not a turnover, but an incomplete pass on 3rd and 7. And it'll be another punt for the Chargers.
Oh, and they are able to trip up Eskridge, the rookie, their first selection in the draft this past year, just off of IR, activated Friday. He got really knocked over, tumbled over by Rasul Douglas.
Well, Collins doesn't block Douglas. I mean, that's his guy. Collins is supposed to run out there and block him. And if you don't hit the guy on the edge who's coming up to make a tackle, it's going to be hard. And that's where this team, they just too many minus plays that hurt drives because you don't have the O-line to have enough time. Now you got to make the quarterback be Superman.
What a play by Douglas, who has made big plays. What a acquisition by the Packers there. 3rd and 13. The ball comes out. Did he have possession? It's recovered by Green Bay. And the ruling on the field is incomplete.
It's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
4th down.
I actually thought he might be able to get the 1st down. That's a huge call here. Did it look like he caught it?
Well, never had enough.
No, because he didn't snatch it the 1st time. It was a double. Douglas with back-to-back huge plays, getting his team the ball back.
Really short work for Seattle after the takeaway.
And this Green Bay defense playing some really good football.
How about last week and this week combined? Look at this punt by Dixon. Backing up Amari Rodgers to the 22. Gives him a running lane. And he's able to fly up ahead to a 37. That's a 61-yard boot, 14-yard.
You called it, Mark Sanchez. A run to the left, although then Madison took a step to the right, so I don't know if I can count that. Oh, does that count?
Absolutely.
All right.
Just put another one in the bank there, buddy.
Perhaps the final play of this 3rd quarter, a 3rd and 5 for Minnesota at the 37-yard line. 1 for 8 today on 3rd. The 3rd down woes continuing for Minnesota. 7 for 35 over the last 2+ games. Four-man rush. Cousins over the middle. That's a 1st down conversion. Jefferson to the 49-yard line. And that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter here in Los Angeles. 3-point game.
Yeah, we got a ball game there at Inglewood. The Minnesota Vikings, who have had their heart broken so many times so far here in 2021 in close games, going into the 4th quarter with a 3-point lead. Look big picture here. 4 games going on. The first place and first seeded in the NFC, Arizona Cardinals, are in deep, deep trouble at home against Carolina. You've got the first place Los Angeles Chargers going to the 4th quarter down by 3. You got the first place Green Bay Packers only up by 3 approaching the end of the 3rd quarter, and a 1-possession game between the Broncos and the Eagles. Let's go ahead and call it for the 2nd time today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the witching hour when wins become losses and losses become wins. Let's go to that 7-point game between the Eagles and the Broncos. Eagles trying to get their 4th win of the year. Broncos trying to get their 6th win. And depending on what happens with the Chargers, Denver could find themselves right towards the top of the standings in the AFC West by the end of tonight.
But for a football team that has 3 excellent wide receivers, one of the better wide receiving cores, they really haven't been a factor in this game.
That quick pass, and that's complete. Or no, incomplete. Judy could not hold on.
Well, concerning looking play for Aaron Jones. He's injured on this play, being twisted to the ground by a couple of Seahawks defenders. Could not tell from that replay angle what it was, but you see that hand comes towards the right knee, and a couple of athletic trainers need to come out and help him off to the sideline. He has 86 scrimmage yards today, does Aaron Jones. Going into the blue medical tent, we'll get word to you as soon as we find out what happened at Lambeau Field.
Another quiet game here today.
They'll hand it off to Gordon, and Melvin Gordon nowhere to go.
And Greg, they really, they've done a good job, as I mentioned, going from 20 to 20. And so there hasn't really been a big need for it, but Bridgewater has only thrown 2 passes over 10 yards today, so everything has been underneath.
.65 seconds to play here in the third. Bridgewater looking at a 3rd and 8.
Watch Judy coming back across on a crossing route to the other side of the field.
Bridgewater throws, that one's to the outside, and that's complete. And diving for the first down is Tim Patrick, but he is short. And what does Vic Fangio do here?
Well, I think this is one of those situations where you got to think about going for it.
And he is.
They have been pretty successful today running the football. You really haven't seen Philadelphia get a lot of penetration or many stuffs at the line of scrimmage.
Denver, 77% on 4th down this season, 10 out of 13. Melvin Gordon, straight ahead.
Oh, the ball's out.
Coming out of there with the football is Darius Slay. Slay on the move to the outside. Blockers in front of him. Slay all by himself down the field.
Davion Taylor comes in. He gets that ball out, I believe, before Gordon hits the ground, and then Darius Slay picks it up, goes the other way. What a play.
That will be the question. Where was Gordon when that ball came loose?
There was a lot of bodies, and so the question is going to be, was he on top of the pile before his knee was able to hit the ground? Again, just a terrific effort by Davion Taylor.
It has been confirmed a touchdown for the Eagles, and Slay's return is 82 yards. What a sudden turnaround. Jake Elliott for the extra point. And it is good.
One of the best fumble recovery returns that we have seen in quite a while. Darius Slay, who had a pick 6 earlier this year, just a couple weeks ago against his old team, the Detroit Lions. So Darius Slay becomes the 2nd player this year to have a pick 6 and a fumble 6. The other player, Titans safety Kevin Byard, has both of those in 2021.
Justin Jefferson on the inside of this bunch at the top of your screen right there.
Here comes pressure. Cousins off his back foot. Over the middle, and Thielen open. A first down inside the 15. He knew he didn't have time, and he got rid of it quickly to Thielen for 15 and a first.
And watch him backpedal out of this thing and just throw a fadeaway. One of the best in the game at doing it. He's got Derwin James screaming through that B gap. Knows he's unblocked. Knows he's got a chance, and Derwin James is awfully frustrated here after getting a free run at him. Just really miscommunicating some stuff on defense, because when you make yourself vulnerable in that B gap like that and you fire from a safety position, you gotta have somebody dropping underneath it so you don't get pierced like they just did.
Tam in motion. Cook the carry. Cook fighting through tackles, backs his way down to the 6-yard line. 6-yard run for Dalvin Cook as we check in with Kurt Manning.
Dalvin Cook pushes his way forward for a few yards after contact there. Dalvin Cook caught this screen pass earlier on the drive. 2nd and 3, easy first down on that one. Picks up a couple of extra yards. He's now just under 90 yards from scrimmage, let's call it, with that play that we just saw in the red zone. 2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line now.
Let's see him dribble too often in football and have it work out for him. 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line. Cousins, the handoff to Dalvin Cook. He tried to jump cut to the left when he saw Joey Bosa in his path. A good idea to get away from Bosa, but Bosa able to hang on despite the cut, and it's 3rd down and 2 from the 5.
And Joey Bosa on the right side of that offense, left side of the defense. He'll be right here, coming off the edge of the screen here. But watch him just set the edge, and so tough for tight ends to have to handle those big rush ends like that, and quick rush ends who can set the edge as well as any of them. That's 97 for the Chargers.
It's a giant play in this game. 3-point lead for the Vikings. 3rd down and 2 at the 5. Cook the carry, right up the gut, leaning for the goal line, and he stopped just short at the 1, but it's 1st and goal from there for Minnesota.
Didn't need to score. Understanding of the sticks. I love the call. You know, if you needed to go to the end zone there, I don't know if you're handing that ball off. But a great call by Clint Kubiak, understanding we got a chance to get a free set of downs. Let's just give us 3 more, potentially 4 more opportunities at this thing and hand it off to our stud running back.
So close as he lunged right at the end. But it's 1st and goal at the 1. Motion from Stockton. On 1st down, Cook again, driving to the goal line, this time leans across for the touchdown. No question about that one, as Dalvin Cook breaks the plane to add to the Vikings lead.
And look at Ham, his fullback, just a wrecking ball. Pulling no lineman, boom, slamming it up in there, and it's his 2nd effort. Keeps driving and stretching that ball across. Great push from that front. C.J. Ham leading the way once again.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It is good. Vikings 3 for 3 on 3rd down in the drive.
Minnesota looking for an impressive win on the road, and Dalvin Cook getting it done for them. James Conner gets it done for the Cardinals here. Look at the hole on the left side. Conner, who leads the league in touchdowns. James Conner with his 12th touchdown of the year leads the NFL, and it's not over yet for the Cardinals, but they're down 21. 9 minutes remain in that game.
Seattle 35. 21st. They have 3 points on the board, and they now get it into the hands of their tight end, and Duguara brought down, and Mayowa
right here. You see the tackle at the end. This is a great play design, and Duguara gets out there, but they tackle you when you catch it, right? And that's so much discipline by this defense to stay in their spots with all that misdirection. And it's looking a lot like...
Don't say it. We still got Thanksgiving first. It's looking a lot like Thanksgiving. Yeah. 2nd and 5. There's Dillon. Got another 1st down. Nice cut. He's going to have a 1st and goal to go from about the 7.
This is where Green Bay's
got a wild-looking play to show you that just happened in the Broncos-Eagles game. Teddy Bridgewater's going to throw it out here in the flat to his running back, safety valve, Javonte Williams. Ball tipped, and Williams makes an adjustment and comes back around. Patrick Johnson, number 48, the defender there, tipped it in the air and thought that he might have a crack at an interception. It would have been a pick 6 going the other way. Instead, it pops up, and Javonte Williams comes down with a catch. Still lost a couple of yards.
Rodgers still has it and throws it into the ground as he was being chased by, once again.
We'll get back to the next goal to go for the Packers, but here's a couple more looks at it. So Johnson, tap up in the air, and if that just tips just a little bit the right way, Johnson would be able to make a play on it. Instead, Javonte, these are two rookie players, by the way. Javonte makes the play and catches it, kept the feet in bounds, then gets blasted out of bounds there. It's kind of an aesthetically interesting play. We thought we would show it to you.
2nd and goal. The 100th play of the game by the two teams combined. Will it bring a touchdown? It's Dillon. It's Dillon. No, it won't. He got to within about 2.5 yards of it, though, as Adams is drawing in the end zone with Amadi.
Impressed with his finish. We keep talking about that battery ram. You know, that'll give them, you'll see a little bit of that. We miss a few of the other stuff without Jones, but Dillon does have skills that he's able to utilize that are a little different. Couple of hits Rodgers has taken. A lot of pressure there, but here's a big one. Oh, no, this is not good for Seattle. I would change. They were all over here. See all these safeties and corners up top of your screen?
Expiration of the play clock. Timeout. Green Bay.
So it ends up the Packers call timeout. You didn't like what you saw in Seattle.
Scored 17 points in the first quarter. Their defense took it away twice. A touchdown on Cam Newton's first 2 plays in his return. Panthers won the last 5 matchups with the Cardinals, including one of the postseason, the NFC Championship game in January of 2016, all by at least 10 points. There's Abdullah. Amir Abdullah picks up a Carolina first down, under 8 to play.
You miss that? I miss giving it. I don't miss receiving it. But both sides defensively really flown around, really been hitting. Buda Baker.
Just slide in the pocket. Almost Russell Wilson move, get up, go up in the pocket, start rolling out right, and make some incredible throw in the back, you know, back shoulder on the side, and make everyone look good. And right now you got to make sure that you plaster and don't let him move around on this play.
Adams coming over in motion. 3rd and goal from the 3. He'll go to the ground. Dillon fighting and backing his way in for the game's first touchdown.
I can't believe they made that call, and that's why. With this guy, Dillon, though, you have the ability for him to finish downhill, and what a play call. Seattle is playing past 100% there, as you see.
Elton Jenkins jumping in with a Lambeau leap to join the running back Dillon, who scores the touchdown. Backing in, by the way. Backing in, Bobby Wagner for the touchdown.
Wow. Wagner has him, but you see the physicality of Dillon right there.
Crosby with the extra point. And it's 10-0 with 10.5 to go.
That one's going to take a minute to get over for Austin Eckler. 3rd down and 3.
Now they're in a 3rd down spot they could have avoided.
Kelly in the backfield. On 3rd and 3. Herbert, backside pressure, steps up, throws, and it's caught. It went over the defender and into the hands of Keenan Allen, out of bounds at the 32.
And this is a play that Justin Herbert's run in college so many times. There's Keenan Allen screaming across the field. I was shocked he let this ball go with Vigil getting so much depth, but Herbert climbing in the pocket, remaining a passer, dropping a dime in the breadbasket right there of his favorite target, Keenan Allen, working that pocket so smooth.
8th catch for Allen today on 1st down. Herbert, nobody open, and he uses legs, steps out of the tackle. Herbert to the sideline. That little pump again. Nobody's buying that, though. You're already past the line of scrimmage.
Just stealing a pump, and that's exactly what you want to try and steal a couple extra yards. You can just tell he's feeling it. This is where he really comes alive and why Coach has no problem going for it on 4th down, no problem letting the game end up with the ball in number 10's hands. He said that's what we want. That's why he's here. He's our young stud, and he's learning so fast. We just want him to get all those reps as possible with the football in his hands to win it.
2nd and 5 of the 27. Pressure picked up. Allen, 1st down, near the 20-yard line. Alexander with the tackle, 7-yard gain.
Vikings are motioning like he didn't catch this. Let's see if he had a... Ooh, I don't know, Coach. You might want to throw that flag there.
And he has. Challenge flag has been thrown by Coach Zimmer right there. Mike Zimmer with the challenge of whether or not this was a catch.
Desperate teams going in next week. Cardinals trying to secure that division lead, possibly a 1 seed. While the Seahawks continue to want to get back on track, make a case for the playoffs.
They'll review it. We'll step aside in LA.
Upcoming schedule. Arizona coming into this game with a record of 8-1. Their only loss came at the hands of the Green Bay Packers. Those next 2 games on the road, they have not lost away from home. 5-0 in their 5 road games so far this season, and they've averaged 35 points per game away from Glendale. 3rd and goal. Walker pitches it back, and the Panthers will lose yardage.
I would say this, Kenny, looking at the schedule, throw the record.
Tell you what, the Philadelphia Eagles have found their running game in the last few games. How about that hold? Jordan Howard comes right through for a 25-yard burst. He has 79 yards rushing today. The Eagles as a team, 168 yards rushing. And the Eagles over their last 2 games were averaging over 200 yards rushing per game. So on the ground, getting it done, trying to add to this lead.
Scott dodges a tackle at the line of scrimmage and works his way.
27-yard attempt from the right hash. Gonzalez now 4 for 4 today.
How important is this 3rd down? Right now, you're down by 14. You really haven't been able to stop Philadelphia. In the first half, it was more so the passing game, and here now in the 4th quarter, it's the running game. But if Vic Fangio wants to get this Broncos football team back inside, this is where somebody has to step up and really make a big play.
Hurt looking for a way around on the outside, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 10.
Jalen Hurts hitting the turbo button there to get to the corner and pick up that 1st down. Philadelphia. Speaking of quarterbacks on the move, you know Russell can do it. Straight up the middle on that one, picks up about 13 yards and a 1st down. Passing has been much more modest, just 15 of 28, 109 yards and 1 interception for Russell Wilson.
Well, this will take a little bit of the joy out of the play. That is all-pro center Jason Kelsey on the turf.
Admit, he's about a yard short of the first. Got a 3rd down coming up.
It's a great job of keeping leverage by Preston Smith. Russell tried to okey-doke him and get him to go inside so he could have a ton of space, but it didn't allow it, as you see.
The foot and time and act that's common in the game. I mean, it couldn't be simpler than that. No one should ever have a question as to what a catch is again. 3rd and 5. Herbert. And there's a catch for sure, and it's Joshua Palmer with a grab. That's a 1st down to the 14-yard line to pick up a 13.
It is, and he just
They called that pass that was being reviewed incomplete after the replay review, but the Chargers come back here live, as you just saw, and pick up the 1st down. Chargers, any type of a score here would make this a 1-possession game. 6 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter at SoFi.
Just get better and better drive to drive, and that's pretty special.
1st down. Chargers on the move. Herbert. Juggling catch by Eckler. Kendricks on the tackle. Near the 8-yard line.
Massive Super Bowl veteran. 4-down territory, perhaps. I don't know. 3rd and 2, 8:43 to go. I would think so. Oh, here's the snap directly to Homer for the first down.
Wow, that's a cool play. Because it's a direct snap, but you do it by walking off.
Uh-oh, Rashawn Gary's hurt.
You can see they extended him to the...
Second and 4 at the 8. Quick toss, and in and out of the hands of Mike Williams. If he secures it, it's a touchdown.
Love to see him turn his hands over, but they're sending Justin Herbert to the line of scrimmage with multiple plays, and you heard him yell, alert, alert. They're going to get pressure right inside from their backers and Bynum, the safety, and that's exactly where you want the ball, but I'd love to see Mike Williams turn his hands over. See that left hand high. I'd love to see right hand high. Just snag that thing out of the air instead of letting the ball get up on your body like that. And there's Herbert checking again. He's expecting all-out pressure.
On 3rd and 4. Herbert. It's caught by Joshua Palmer, but he's short of the first down. You've got a 10-point deficit. You need 2 scores. And with that in mind, the kicker is coming on for the field goal try.
And they fooled them with those double mug looks. That's when those backers mug up in the offensive linemen's faces, and everybody's on the line of scrimmage. They got 7 bodies up there, which makes it so difficult to determine who's blitzing and who's dropping in coverage. That time everybody dropped in coverage. They only rushed 4, and it fooled Herbert. It made him audible.
4th down and 2. The 24-yard field goal try is good.
So we got a 1-score game between the Chargers and the Vikings, 27-20 there in Los Angeles. Here in Denver, Philadelphia with the backup center now in the game, and a touchdown here would make a steep, steep hill to climb for the Broncos.
And the Broncos came into this game allowing 98 yards a game on the ground. Howard in the backfield. Low snap, picked up by Hurts. Hurts on his way around the right side and slides down just inside the 10. So Herbert's first snap was a ground ball to short.
Yeah. I mean, oh, that could have been a disaster, but credit Jalen Hurts for being able to pick it up and try to make the most out of it.
And maybe not so coincidentally, Jason Kelce is back onto the field.
Which is a great sign. Again, it doesn't get any more important than that guy up front in the middle of all of it. And
second and goal from the 9. High snap, but this is Howard, and Howard to about the 7th. You know, you alluded to it earlier, Arch, that what a luxury it is when you've got.
Back to the Packers game, Rashawn Gary, the defensive lineman, injured and out of the game for Green Bay.
And going for it all is Wilson. End zone, interception. Amos comes away with it. He was trying to find Tyler Lockett, who has been hardly involved at all today with only 1 catch.
And brought out the best in Jalen Hurts. But this one right here is a big one for both teams.
3rd and goal from the 6.
Denver has not been able in any way, shape, or form to consistently stop the Eagles on 3rd down in this game.
And Philadelphia is going to take a timeout. Use their first here in the second half.
To show you, but he was helped to the sideline, holding the arm, still in tremendous pain as the Packers take over at the 20. They pick up 4 with Dillon.
So A.J. Dillon gets the carry there. I will let you know that Aaron Jones has been ruled out for the rest of the game. Aaron Jones out with a knee injury. Stay with NFL Media, NFL.com, and NFL Network for the very latest on Aaron Jones, the star running back for the Green Bay Packers.
By the end of it, you got to scramble around. Look, it's still plastered. Interception. And then we all saw the last play. The interception in the end zone. This defense is coming.
Field goal will do just fine. You've got a 14-point lead right now. Making it 17 is much better than doing something careless and giving the ball back to the Broncos and getting no points.
The give is to Howard, and Howard going to be held up at the 5-yard line. Jonathan Cooper, who has made several big plays for this Broncos defense today.
Well, you're right. He has. He is really really come to play. Of course, getting an opportunity with no Von Miller. It didn't really feel like he would have played as much as he has this year. But
good job on a block with a... I'll stand right in front of you, but look at all the missed tackles.
The snow flurries are picking up in Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers and this Packers offense hasn't put together a lot today, but they've got a solid 10-point lead midway through the fourth quarter.
And he's the kind of back who wears you down, too, so if you are tired, you just keep giving it to him.
And that's what they do. Could have been tackled for a loss. Instead, he picks up a couple.
So A.J. Dillon, the young man out of Boston College, is going to get the lion's share of carries here for the remainder of this contest. He'll also see the passes that usually go to Aaron Jones. Dillon shakes off a tackler there, gets a block downfield, and tries to spike another tackler into the ground in the snow at Lambeau. We're not even to Thanksgiving. Bring on the festivities in Wisconsin.
Harder on the road and the conditions, and you're seeing that play out that way today.
Here's a 2nd and 8 from the 24. Across the middle. It's Mercedes Lewis. And he falls about a foot short of the first.
We'll get you right back for 3rd and short in Green Bay. It was 4th down for the Eagles, so they just want to tack on 3 more to make it a 17-point lead, and Jake Elliott splits the sticks, and there you go. Philadelphia 30, Denver 13. It's getting late at Mile High midway through the fourth quarter.
Number 1 seed contenders. I mean, you actually have 5 easily, right? You got the 4 division leaders who are all not good. It's not like you have a terrible leader in the division. The Cowboys, the Packers, the Cardinals. Give me the other one. Fired up.
3rd and 1. And that's going to be enough for the first one. It is. It's punched. And then you can try to figure out what's going on over in the AFC, where Tennessee holds the pole position at the moment. They're on a big win streak.
Yeah.
But that's wacky over there as well.
Yeah, but I mean, like in the NFC, right? You got the 3 teams I named, the Buccaneers, the champs, right? So there's 4. And then the 5th seed is going to be the Rams.
That's hard to believe.
And that's where it's like, wait, what? These are 5 teams who legitimately have the ability to run through the playoffs. And that's why home field is going to be such a big deal this year, because these teams are so close to the top. And then you start to drop off from there. But it is the most teams I've ever seen that actually could be a 1 seed.
Got a new set of downs at the 15. And the ground game is working, chugging along to the 10. And that time, it was Patrick Taylor got the carry as he spells Dillon for a snap, maybe 2.
And then you got the Saints, who beat up on the Packers in week 1 and who beat the Buccaneers a couple weeks ago.
Lost today to the Titans.
Lost to the Titans. But you're sitting there saying they're 5-4. They're the 6th seed. Who wants to play them in their first matchup? That's not a great thing, because they have a great defense and a great offensive line. And here's the way to finish the game. No turnovers here for the Packers.
2nd and 5. Looking for Adams. Oh, and he wasn't turned around yet, but we got a marker down.
It almost looked like Adams was offsides, didn't it? Or like someone lined up offsides. 98, 33. We'll see. Just to the naked eye, I don't know.
Offside. Defense number 98. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
That's Alton Robinson going to be flagged for that, as Gary, with that arm injury, his arm got caught in a pile and it got twisted in a most unnatural way. So that did not look good. And the Aaron Jones injury's got people even more concerned, given how many times he handles the football for him. Coming out of that blue tent, as Tracy reported in tears.
You saw Matt LaFleur a little explicit when he saw how hurt he was. And that's what you're looking for. You just want to be healthy. It's getting late to try and get out of games.
2nd and 1. Taylor got the first. So you got a goal-to-go situation as the clock moves at 3.5.
And this is a huge drive right here. And I think Pete Carroll understands it's like, this is now the time where you're going to, do you sit here and try and call the timeout?
That's what I was going to ask. What do you do?
I probably would have done it there.
Green Bay will be able to run this down to under 3 minutes before the next snap. Here they are, 1st and goal at the 4.
Just hand it to Dillon.
There he is, stacked up. No gain. Seahawks have all 3 of their timeouts.
I tell you, like right here, this weather, Carroll's not going to use it. He's in Green Bay. Maybe it's cold, right? It's like, you got all these people, like, I'm just at home having steak. It's beef. It's what's for dinner. You're going to sit here and you're watching the game, and now you're like, wait, call a timeout. And he's like, no. I think he wants to get out. I don't think he thinks that they could score. Honestly, like, you're going to put Russell back out there with an injury. You know, there's part of this in there that I don't know that you really want to, because for you to get the ball back with 2 minutes down 17, you know, if you're going to stop and use it.
There's a 2nd and goal, and they get a stop, and we get the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Green Bay pitching a shot.
Touchdown might put it out of reach if Green Bay can punch it in. We'll get back to you after the 2-minute warning. How about the MVP of the day presented by Visa? And I think for the first time we've ever done this segment, we're going to pick a coach. Not only that, but a defensive coordinator. Dan Quinn, Cowboys defensive coordinator, of course, the former head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, becomes the first coach in the Super Bowl era to be a head coach for a team that he took to the Super Bowl and then faced that team as a defensive coordinator with another team later on down the line and beat that team. Dallas came up with quite the game plan defensively against the Atlanta Falcons. Cowboys were all over them today. Had a couple of sacks, had interception. It was the Cowboys' largest margin of victory since the year 2000. Back when they won 48-7 against Arizona in middle of the season in 2000. Mike McCarthy said he gave Dan Quinn the game ball afterwards. Congratulations to Coach. He's the MVP of the day, presented by Visa.
Back at the 41-yard line. 2:51 to go. Vikings up a touchdown. Quick toss. Conklin put the brakes on and stayed in bounds. He was on a line to the sideline.
Minnesota trying to get a couple of first downs and ice this game. This would have helped, or did help along the way. It took a while to figure out. This was 3rd and 6. Kirk Cousins up top. Justin Jefferson makes the catch, goes out of bounds and celebrates. The ball wiggled a little bit as he was going to the ground. When he hits the out of bounds marker here, there was some movement on the ball. There was a challenge, and they reviewed this for it felt like a few minutes, but it counted as a 27-yard catch. Ruling on the field was a catch, and the call stood. Justin Jefferson, 9 catches, 143 yards on the day, and that one for a key first down. A couple more first downs for the Vikings will make the Chargers burn all their timeouts and put the Vikings in victory formation.
2nd and 20. Cousins going deep, looking for Conklin, and he overshot him. Terrific coverage by Chris Harris. Nowhere to go. Incompletion stops the clock with 2:39 to go in the 4th.
They tried getting him up the sideline on a little rail route from the slot, and Chris Harris said, no way, I'm staying on top of this.
Go. Out of the 2-minute warning timeout, it is 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. A Packers touchdown likely clinches the game for Green Bay.
They put up 391 yards of offense. Didn't get a touchdown until earlier in this quarter by A.J. Dillon, who's the running back here on 3rd and goal. Dillon again. Dillon again. And he crashes across for the touchdown.
And that was where we keep saying these plays and finishing didn't start right here with Dillon. They started by the time of possession throughout the game, and it was going to play out that way the whole time on the long pass and the flat that he ran and made all the people miss. And then right here he finishes with 2nd effort and a little help from his friends.
He gets pushed across at the end by Billy Turner, and now Crosby, as the Packers complete an 80-yard drive. Dillon with 2 touchdowns in his last 7 rushes. He did not have a rush touchdown in his first 90 on the season, but he's got a couple in this 4th quarter. As the Packers get the
chance at 8, but it's going to belong to his defense to make that stop against Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense on 3rd and 20. Four-man Charger rush. Cousins over the middle. Thielen is there. He's short of the first down at the 36-yard line, but is it enough for the Vikings to think about a long field goal try?
And watch this deep in route from Adam Thielen. I mean, right at the sticks. Like, see, that one's amazing to me. You know exactly where they're going to be, exactly where they got to go. I would have liked that coverage to be a little looser to start and then just kind of have, you know, a lid on it right near the sticks for Campbell.
Chargers use their final timeout. 4th down and 2.